So I just read the monkey story. And yes, there are already articles stating that conspiracy theorists are saying things, right? I gotta look and see if this lady's like a crisis actor or something, but listen. I know for me personally, if I pulled over to help and I saw a bunch of crates on the ground and I didn't know what was in those crates, and I'm sure I just looked at the picture, they gotta be marked with something, right? To tell people that they're hazardous just in case of something like this ever happened, right? Wouldn't you think they'd have to have them marked? Biohazard or whatever. She didn't see any of that, or they didn't have anything indicating that there were potentially dangerous monkeys in the crates, right? My second question is, where were the people that were driving the truck? Couldn't they tell her, no, don't touch that, don't go near that? Don't they need to be like in PPE and stuff? If they're taking monkeys from another country and they're quarantining them? Then they wonder why people are sitting here discussing different theories. Because, first of all, what are the odds of this happening during this lovely time we are going through right now in this country? What are the odds of that? One of those trucks flipping over. And what are the odds of some random lady just coming up and just going to grab something when she has no idea what's in there? Could have been snakes in there. There could have been anything in there. And you're going to tell me you're dumb enough to just go and approach something like that? This is why the story don't make sense. So listen, I don't know. I'm not saying that there's going to be another one because of this. But I just find it funny. And don't you think, okay, they gave our rabies medicine, our rabies shot, and they gave her some other stuff, right? But they don't know what she's got. They don't know if that hissing monkey gave her some kind of disease. Oh, she had an open cut too. Just so happened. So you're going to tell me you're going to go and put your hand on a crate with an open cut when clearly she said there were feces everywhere. So the whole thing, guys, is I'm sorry. I just got out of work. I'm starving. I don't know. Smells a little fishy to me. But don't forget, they did tell us that there's another one coming. Do not forget that. Because, you know, Mr. Sickle has a way of telling the future. And if you don't know who Mr. Sickle is, it's the doctor up there. His last name means sickle, right? You know, the one that likes to experiments on puppies. Who should be in prison for animal cruelty. Yeah, that guy. We don't talk about that on our American news, though, do we? No. We don't talk about the airplanes full of people that they're just bringing in droves. Well, we're not talking about that. If you can't see, everything right now is so upside down and backwards. Like, we're going to go protect someone else's border, but our border's wide open. Like, we leave all this military equipment for people that can't stand us and want to kill us. Ooh, dropped my chip. And, you know, want to take over the country that they're in. Makes a lot of sense, right? It's all going so smooth. Unbelievable. He's probably not going to be in that seat much longer. Next election, I do not think he's going to get reelected. I really do not think so. I don't know. Maybe, was it President Ford? Wait. I don't know. I shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to sound stupid. One of the presidents, this is the video I told you guys about, when he says to the little girl who asks if there'll ever be a female president, and he says, you know, it won't happen naturally. It'll be a male president, female vice president. The male president will pass away, and then she'll get in the seat by default, right? So we've got a couple more years. We'll see, right? But I do not think that he's going to be there much longer. And Something's telling me that this is when we're going to merge with the other countries that are on board with this, whatever agenda this is, Agenda 2030, Agenda 2023, because a lot of them are, and we'll have a one world government. I don't see the police sticking around much longer, to be honest with you. I told you, he killed the hospitals and he's killing our protection, which they do need a reform. Absolutely, hands down. Yes, these cops need to be put in check. A lot of them. Not all of them, but many of them. Violating rights left and right. And I found that out by watching Cop Watchers. People who cops can't stand, because when they're doing things like violating rights, they're there with a camera. It makes it very difficult for them to do that. So they don't like them. A lot of them get arrested. And I don't think we give them enough credit for the work that they're doing. Do not open my bread with your claws, little kitty. We need our milk and bread. We got a storm coming. Milk and bread, milk and bread. Big storm, 18 inches. I'm going to be stuck at work for about 2 days, probably, inside of a hotel room going crazy. Not looking forward to this. Not. I mean, how do you stay awake in a hotel room with nothing to do? Like, it's not like I can clean. It's not like I can cook. I can't do nothing. I can't make videos because I'm at work. So what am I going to do? I'll have to do some research, I guess. Tomorrow will be a researching day. A researching kind of day. If I get stuck, which my boss has 4-wheel drive, so she better be getting her butt there. Most likely I'm going to be working with someone tonight anyway. Unbelievable. And we may have to move to a hotel. Who knows if we lose power. I do have a heat source, but I just filled up my fridge and my freezer. I guess we could throw everything outside in coolers, but that's a pain in the ass because then you got animals that get into it. But yeah, we're looking at 18 inches. We haven't had a storm like this in a long time, so we're due. But yeah, like the police definitely need fixing. All this rioting and looting and burning and beating and everything that one side has been calling on, in case you didn't notice. What did they get out of that? What did BLM get out of everything that they did, destroying all them cities? Oh, they took away the chokehold? Okay. So you had to go through all that for them to decide maybe we shouldn't use that tactic, even though the cops claim it's the safest one. But you're not supposed to stay on the person for a whole, I don't know how many minutes he was on the guy. That whole thing was sketchy too, because what cop in his right mind is going to just sit there and murder somebody with fact-checking a strange new COVID conspiracy? Oh, I can imagine what's going on now. With cameras on him, with people in the public recording him. The whole thing was just weird. I don't know. And then Nancy Pelosi thanking him for sacrificing his life. He didn't sacrifice his life. He was murdered. You gotta pay attention to big stuff like this, because a lot of times it's not what you think it is, unfortunately. Just like they said, PSYOPs are needed in a time of misinformation. Yeah, psychological operation, they're needed. It's so funny. Just like TikTok allows all these deadly things to go on. These deadly videos giving kids bright ideas. But you say something and, oh, nope. Spread misinformation. Shut her down. You're banned. Can't come back here. Y'all here? I talked a lot about the Bible and stuff on there too. For sure they didn't like that. Because right after I got banned, I heard they were banning Christians. And if you notice, that's the only religion they seem to go after. Anybody notice that? They don't go after Buddha, Allah, any of these other beliefs. They go after Christianity. Which is why they want you to believe that you came from big rocks crashing in the sky. And why they want you to think your ancestors were stupid. And why they want you to believe that your ancestors didn't have the technology we have. Or even better technology. That's what I believe. I don't know. I believe that the Bible's been tampered with, of course. Of course it has. I don't know. We need to do something, and it's not get rid of the police. That is just absurd. Do you see how high the crime is getting? I know they don't talk about it on the news. I know they don't like to talk about this stuff. It's like they haven't publicly come out and said they found 9 bodies while they were looking for Gabby and Brian. You ever wonder why people go missing in these national parks? That they own, or that I heard that China was buying a lot of our national parks and we didn't even know. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did hear that. Grocery store where I live has been changing their shelves around for 2 weeks now. I don't know who they think they're fooling. My coworker asked one of the store workers at a store she went to, you know, when you guys gonna get more stuff? And he didn't know. That's not a good answer. I don't know. They come when they come. Right now we have truckers lined up for miles from what I heard, and more adding to it, and they're all at a standstill. I don't like the looks of this strange person that's been walking around my neighborhood. They're at a standstill. They're not moving. They're not delivering. They're on strike. So I'm going to assume people are going to be going crazy and buying up the whole grocery store today. And whatever is there is probably going to be it for a little while. Let's hope not, but I kind of think we're going to be short on food for a little bit around here after this storm. They, again, keep talking about the grid going out. So, they keep telling us. It's not like they're not telling you. It doesn't mean that it's going to go out for the reason they're telling you. No. This is all part of their plan. Trust me. Because they've known this grid has been at like a CD level as far as protection for a very, very long time. Sorry, I'm stuck in my jacket. And they have done nothing to fix it. They know it's extremely vulnerable. And now we're going to stick our nose where it don't belong once again. I'm going to go protect someone else's border. Leave ours wide open, but we're going to go protect someone else's border. And possibly piss off Russia. Now, do I think we're going to have a nuclear war? No, I think they'd be stupid to do that. Unless they are planning on going underground, which there is theory that that is what they are planning for. People were saying that the elites were buying up all of the food storage kits. They were going crazy with bunkers. Bunker makers were talking about how many people were approaching them. We don't have bunkers to go into. They don't have the American people covered in case of something, right? Russia has bunkers for their people, but we don't even have it here. That's pretty bad, right? So yeah, whatever is coming, there's talk that they were buying out certain things that you would need to live underground. And that's why we keep having these weird shortages. So, I don't know, guys. I do know they say DC's been empty for a long time. I don't know if that's true. I know they were saying they were putting up that cement wall. For what reason? I don't know. These people don't believe in They don't believe in that stuff, so why is it going up over there? Right? You guys see how these people work? Do you guys see how they use certain minorities to push agendas? And then they throw little breadcrumbs out like as if they're doing something good for them. They're not doing anything good, and they're not changing, and they're not fixing. That man thinks the same way he thought when he was just a little youngin' and his head was instilled with the R word, okay? Because that's where you learn it, in the home or with your friends or people you're close with. You're not born that way. We don't just naturally look at each other and go, oh, you have a different colored skin than me, so I don't think we're going to vibe. You know what? You dig? We don't do that unless we're taught to do that. Do you understand? So what makes people think that he's not the same person he was just 20, 30 years ago? What's changed? What's made him better? Because he still does not know how to speak without making our gaffes every time he talks. He says the most ludicrous and ridiculous crap all the time. And people let him get away with it. Because it's not the orange man. That's all they care about. It's crazy. It's insane. If you've never heard of Jesse Ventura, I don't know if I've spoke about him on here. Go check him out. He is someone who was part of the elite. He was the governor. He knows all about Hollywood, all that stuff. Next time I come on, I'm not going to do it today because I got to go. I have to get my butt to sleep because I am probably going to be at work for a couple days. Next time I come on, I will tell you my experience with the police. What happened. How it happened, all that stuff. Where I should have sued them because they violated every single right of mine for no reason at all. The reason they gave me, I'm pretty sure was bogus. I don't know if the person that I was with, if they were watching him, thought he had something. I'm not really sure. They didn't really search us that I remember. I don't know. I was a little drunk. But I was pissed and I was running my mouth and I was trying to fight that. Like, I was not happy. Like, what are you doing? You're, like, basically kidnapping me and throwing me in a truck at gunpoint for no reason. But, yeah, we'll talk about that another time. So, I've had my own experience with cops that was not good. So, I get it. And, yes, I do believe they need to fix the problems. They need to fix the way they're trained. They need to stop walking around. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them are like this guy. So, I have friends that are cops. But there are some that just either have that whatever, like leftover, whatever from high school. Like, you know, maybe they got picked on or whatever. And now they have the badge and the gun and they think that they're tough. You know, they got that ego problem or whatever. There are a million different reasons why they act like that. But the fact that it's tolerated and they get away with it is what blows my mind. And they will do stuff right on camera. They will be recording and they will be breaking the law left and right and like they don't even care. You know, and people are starting to fight back. People are starting to take them to court. And that's why I say don't ever fight with a cop. Don't ever. Be polite. If they're being jackwads, let them. Call for a supervisor and record. I don't care if they tell you can't. They're full of crap. Oh, I got mine on. Doesn't matter. Get yours because they can alter theirs. So you record that and you make sure, you know, you're protected. So that way, if you do take them to court, there you go. I mean, people make big money off these cases. And it shouldn't be about that. It's about they shouldn't have a job anymore. If they don't know how to act and they don't know how to protect and serve, that's what they're there for, protect and serve, not what they do. A lot of these cops, no. And a lot of them make me laugh. You know, they'll be all rough and tough with you when they should be down the street dealing with the gang members that I hear, right? But no, they want to come bother the person that they know won't fight back. It's pathetic. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk about my story another time. Hope you guys have a blessed weekend. I probably won't see you for a couple days, unless something comes up before tonight that I want to talk about. I'll probably do a lot of research over the weekend. I did find those maps that I told you Night God had. Night God 333. Get out. You're not eating my sandwich. Kitty. But I can't pull them up and like see them clearly. It's so hard to see them on my phone, so I'm gonna have to try to do it on my laptop. And I would like to share this stuff with you guys. But for now, you can go to his channel, and he's got a lot of good stuff, guys. A lot of the stuff is, a lot of it's like, you know, like old, like gods, old gods, and like the giants, and it is a lot, but there's something to it. I'm telling you, there's something to it. I do believe we had giants here. I do believe we had giant animals. I don't believe they were dinosaurs. And I don't think we had like dumb cavemen. I think we had regular people or giant people that built these beautiful, marvelous buildings. And yeah, a lot of it just don't make sense. And I think the timeline's been hijacked. So I don't know. Go check it out. Let me know what you think or not. Your choice. But I'm going to go for now. Have a blessed weekend. If you're in my state, stay safe. Get your milk and bread. Peace out.